Officer Billy Taggart is disgraced after a high-profile shooting.
Mr. Mayor.
You, in my eyes, hero.
Thank you.
When the mayor hires Billy to investigate his wife's infidelities, he sees a chance for redemption.
I take pictures, Mrs. Hostella. I don't get paid to think.
But as he uncovers the mayor's true intentions, his own life is threatened in Broken City.
Hello, I'm Liz.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Brenna. And we're here to talk about Broken City, the new film starring Mark Wahlberg, Russell Crowe, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. We've all just seen it. Who wants to start us off?
I'll break into it first. If you're gonna name a film Broken City and ask about something that's broken, what is the metaphor? And I couldn't figure out what was broken. We're set at New York City, but it's not the city that's broken. It's about ethics and politics.
Russell Crowe says the city is broken.
But I don't think that's what matters.
No.
And it's really hard to figure out.
I mean, if we're talking about meaning, like, I think then it's the justice system that's broken, but that for me doesn't save the movie.
Well, it's just, if you can't really figure out what's broken and nor do you care, I think that's a major flaw with the film.
You have this big allegory of things that are broken. You kind of think, oh, okay, well, they're gonna come in and clean it up and fix everything.
No.
Nothing gets fixed.
No.
You pretty much end where you started.
I don't hate this film. I just don't feel like it offers you anything that we haven't seen before. For instance, it's got this very sort of old nostalgic feel to it. Mark Wahlberg, who's quoted as saying that it has like the feel of a Bogart film, and that's why he liked it. But there's no twist, there's nothing that they do that's new about the film.
This film sort of has like a mystery scandal type thing. And the problem with it is that it's not very mysterious and it's not very scandalous.
No, and it's not exciting.
Yeah.
So Mark Wahlberg plays a policeman, and he kills someone in the first few minutes of this film. And I'm thinking there's a lot of police brutality in the news these days, and that this is sort of an issue that they're going to tackle in the film. But they don't. They just sort of gloss right over it. And just from that point on in, I am not really on the side of our protagonist.
We're supposed to be on Mark Wahlberg's side with this killing because we find out that the guy he killed was a rapist murderer who was acquitted on a technicality. But it doesn't quite work because he still killed somebody. He took the justice system into his own hands.
When you have three women reviewing a movie that might be more skewed for male and you have a female who says, this is confusing, that is not to be misread as females going, oh my God, it's confusing, we don't understand.
My estrogen.
We see the film, we understand what's going on, but from a screenwriting perspective, the plot could have been sharpened up a little bit. Things could have been made a little bit clearer.
The work you're doing for the mayor, I'll give you $50,000 to give it up.
Well, that's very generous, but I got a contract with the mayor.
Break it.
You don't break contract with the mayor.
The writer is Brian Tucker, and this is actually his first screenplay. And while some of the dialogue is good, there's a lot of things that are just really out of place.
It feels very dated, and I think not necessarily just dated by a few years. I mean, it tries to have this noir dialogue, and it you know, like this hard-boiled dialogue that usually the audience will love. Russell Crowe, or Hostetler, compares his hunting dog to his wife.
He starts off saying that, oh, women say men are dogs, but, you know, dogs are good, you know, they're loyal.
Except for female dogs.
Female dogs.
Female dogs.
That's a problem.
So all this, it was all for the city?
Everything I do is for this great city. I chose you because I own you.
Our lead is Mark Wahlberg, who's playing the tough guy cop, and it's his usual stuff. He plays Billy Taggart, and he's good at it because it's what he does.
I don't care about this guy. He's got no cracks. He's not very vulnerable. He's just cool.
His vulnerabilities as a character aren't really expounded upon in the film. I mean, he's an alcoholic, or he gives up alcohol at one point, but that's not really explored. He has this hidden past and what happened with the shooting of this young man in the beginning of the film. We don't really know what happens there, but all these juicy character moments aren't really capitalized on.
Yeah, and that's more the script than the acting.
Again, yeah, exactly. I think these actors are great. I think the script is the problem. One of my favorite performances of the film was Alona Tall. She plays Katie, the girl Friday of the film. She works at the PI firm with Mark Wahlberg's character, and they have this great chemistry, this great back and forth between them.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is always very strong. I thought she did fine. I thought her character, like some of the lines she had to deliver and some of the circumstances of her character were a little bit far-fetched.
We have to talk about Russell Crowe, who plays our Mayor Hostetler. He starts off being sort of a victim, and then we find out that he's kind of a bad guy, and he can be really dark and kind of scary at times.
I loved Russell Crowe in this film. I thought he was a strong presence in every scene that he was in.
I did think he was probably the most layered of the different characters. He had like sort of a change that you got to see him at his good side, and you got to see his bad side.
Keep your grubby little paws off him.
Poor Nicky. You never did learn how to share, did you?
Well, don't worry. I'll teach you before it's too late.
I feel like you took a script that maybe wasn't that great, and you put everything else that you put on top of it here is solid.
Yes.
So you get a solid, though not riveting film.
Broken City is a film that by the end of it, you won't really care what is broken and why, and for that I give it a skip it.
This is not an inventive movie, but I think it will appeal to slightly older men. So for them, I give it a stream it.
Well, this isn't a bad film. It has a mediocre mystery and a sort of unfulfilling finale. For that, I say stream it.
Well, it looks like our votes add up to one full ticket, which is a stream it for Broken City.
2 men. Yeah, manly men. Doing manly things in manly ways.
He had a lot of layers.
He did.
Like an onion.
Like an onion.